everyone, welcome to Jelly Bean. In my last video, we've learned how to organize the syllabus folder, the textbook folder, the class materials folder, and the notes folder on your laptop. Today, we will continue to learn how to organize different types of assignments. I'll start by discussing the three big categories of assignments, which I define as individual assignments, group projects, and homework. Next, I'll provide specific examples of how I organize case studies, essays or papers, test banks, and menu solutions. I'll also cover where to store items like the school calendar and the class schedule, etc., since they are not tied to specific courses and thus should not be kept in course folders. At the end of the video, I'll summarize which files should be placed in which folders and explain my rules for deciding where to keep a new file. Organizing various types of schoolwork assigned by your professors can be challenging, since each semester you'll take so many courses that can be very different. You might be taking a few science classes alongside some art classes at the same time. On top of that, you will be dealing with a wide range of assignments, including case studies, essays or papers, reports, presentations, and more. Because of that, organizing assignments by type doesn't provide a structure that will work well across so many different classes. Instead, you need to find a common approach that applies to all. And I did find one, that is organizing assignments based on the number of people allowed to work on the assignment. This way, we can easily come up with two big categories, individual assignment and group assignment. If you are the only person who can work on an assignment, then it's an individual assignment. If you are allowed to work with other students, then it's a group project. Simple. Depending on whether the assignment will be graded or not, this results in a 2x2 matrix, individual assignment graded and ungraded versus group project graded and ungraded. I have never seen a group project that won't be graded. Therefore, this section is considered as not applicable. To differentiate between graded and ungraded individual assignments, I would call the ungraded ones homework, because these assignments usually can be completed at home and don't require submission. Okay, now we have clearly defined the three folders for assignments: individual assignment, group project, and homework. One golden rule I use all the time is create a folder for every assignment, no matter how simple you think it might be. For example, if you need to write a 2-page essay, instinctively, you may create a Word document right away on your laptop. Totally understand. But the Word document is just the final deliverable, much like the tip of an iceberg. Beneath the surface lies a significant amount of preliminary work and research that must be completed before forming your analysis and conclusion. Obviously, you need a place to store this stuff. So remember, always create a folder for each assignment, even a simple one. Next, I'll provide specific examples of how I organize various types of assignments and homework. Case studies are quite common in business school and can be either individual-based or group-based. Usually, the deliverable of a case study can be a report, a presentation, or sometimes both. Suppose you have 4 cases this semester for a particular course. For 3 of them, you need to work independently, while for the 4th case, you can work as a team throughout the semester. Then we should create 3 folders under the individual assignment folder and create 1 folder under the group project folder. To further differentiate each case, you can include the topic name or company name in the folder title, such as Case 1 Revenue Recognition or Case 1 Starbucks. 99% of the time, your professor will provide case names in the syllabus, so you can use those directly. As for the 4th case, since it is a semester-long project with multiple phases, you should create subfolders for each phase or part. The name of each subfolder should reflect the content of each phase, which you can usually find in case instruction. For example, if the case instruction specifies that you are required to submit a project proposal during Phase 1, then you can name the folder Part 1 Project Proposal. Similarly, name the folder for Part 2, Part 3, and Part 4. Using exactly the same phrase in the case instruction for folder names will make it easier to match your work to the different parts of the case instruction. The biggest risk of this type of assignment, in my opinion, is being deemed as plagiarism. I use the word deemed because I know some people make this mistake unintentionally, often due to improper citation. Regardless of whether it is intentional or unintentional, the consequence can be serious. Thus, we have to be very cautious and ensure that all sources used in your essay or paper are properly listed. When I begin working on an essay, I start by reviewing a bunch of publications to see whether they align with the topic and keywords of my paper. During this initial phase, I save these publications using their original title. Then, as I examine each publication in detail, I match them to specific essay question number, such as Q1, Q2, or certain keywords, such as opportunity cost. This helps me identify which file corresponds to which question or which part of the question. Once I finish my analysis, I rename these publication files by adding cited at the beginning to indicate that I have used concepts, theories, or other information from that publication. Doing so will help keep all the cited sources organized at the top of the folder. Some professors may suggest practice problems from the textbook and provide the solution menu to help students reinforce the concept or skill learned in class. However, such homework is usually not graded. There are two ways to organize the test bank and its solution menu. The first way is quite intuitive. We just create two folders named Problem Set and Solution Menu, and then assign consecutive numbers to them so that they will sit next to each other. The second way is that we put the problem set file and the solution menu file for the same chapter in one folder. Such arrangement makes it easier to find the answer key after completing these practice problems. Each semester, in addition to the folders for a specific course, you'll frequently use files like the class schedule, the school calendar, as well as a plan for the next semester to help you manage the entire semester. Since these files are not tied to any particular course, I recommend saving them at the semester level and moving them to the top of the folder. This is because you'll access these files quite often and they are relatively stable compared to course folders. The key to maintaining a clean and well-organized folder is to establish a decision rule that works well under all circumstances. In other words, every time when you see a new file, the decision rule should direct you to the right location for that file. Here are some of the questions I use to set up my decision rule. Is this file used for the entire semester or just in one class? Is this assignment individual-based or group-based? Will this assignment be graded or not graded? How often do I need to access this folder or file? That's all for today's video. I hope you find these tips helpful. However, I know it's impossible to cover each and every type of coursework files in just one video. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. I'd be happy to discuss them with you. Thank you for watching and see you soon with my next video.